Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best headlamps in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 8. Headlamps MH11. If money is no object, the best headlamp we tested this year was the Headlamps MH11, $160. Why doesn't it win overall? Well, it costs $180 and is simply overkill for many users. It's also a little complicated, with the ability to link to your smartphone via an app. While that isn't a negative, it's a bit unnecessary for most people. So with those caveats out of the way, while the Headlamps MH11 is amazing, it far outpowers the rest of the best headlamps, with 1,000 lumens, reaching an incredible 320 meters into the darkness. And it does this with a simple, single-button user interface we loved in testing. But it does a whole lot more first. This headlamp uses reactive technology. That means it turns itself way down if you're near objects, and don't need the full blast of the 1,000 lumen cannon. You can watch it work as you move around, providing the just right amount of light for the situation. Next, it offers a wide range of colors: white, red, green, and blue. Read more about why all these colors have their functions below. Finally, like our runner-up selection from Coast, it has a super easy-to-use zooming bezel. Just twist it a quarter turn to go from wide to spotlight. It's a great solution and one of the best we've used. Beyond the price, there are only two cons to this headlamp. At 6.3 ounces, it's among the heaviest in our testing. But given a whopping runtime of acclaimed 100 hours, it won our runtime test handily. It may be worth the heft and cost for many users. Second, it uses Headlamps' proprietary magnetic charging cord. Your other cords won't work, so don't forget to pack the headlamp-specific cord for your trip. Number 7. Phoenix M50RB2. The Edge M50RB2, $60, is a crazy powerful headlamp for its size. It weighs just 2.75 ounces, yet punches out a whopping 700 lumens on turbo mode, 400 on high. And it can run a long time even with its tiny battery, 3 hours on high or 48 on low. The user experience is wonderfully simple. There is a single button on the side. It's easy to find. Push it once to turn it on. Push again to increase power. Repeat for more. Push and hold for red. Push and long hold to lock. Easy peasy. Thanks to the diminutive nature, our testers barely noticed this headlamp while testing. It fits great and is extremely comfortable. The only negative, compared with the Black Diamond Spot 400R, is that the Phoenix died early during our runtime test, turning off after about 7 hours after being started on high mode. But in fairness, it shined bright during the test until it shut down. We've experienced great longevity in real-world applications so far. Phoenix gives us one exceptional headlamp in the Edge M50RB2. For many people, especially those who want good color rendering, it should be high on the list. Number 6. Headlamps Neo5R. Why? It has both a front light and rear flashing red light, as well as a reflective headband to ensure that motorists see you from all directions. While this is safety first, the Neo5R proved to be no slouch in terms of performance and testing. It has an incredibly good runtime and came in just behind our premium selection, also a Headlamps light, in terms of the overall runtime. The headlamp shined a full 24 hours straight while still putting out usable light. It also has a powerful beam of 600 lumens that reaches 100 meters into the night. While not the best color rendering headlamp on the list, the light is optimized for running. It gives you decent depth perception for a single light source, although a second source definitely improves depth perception while running on trails. This light has a red light also, so it can do double duty around camp or on the hiking trail. Our only downside is it requires you to use Headlamps' magnetic USB-C charging cable. While an effective system, it's not compatible with anything else. So you'll have to pack and store a cable specific to this headlamp, which we count as a negative on any lighting product. Number 5. TechGuide Bindi Ultralight Headlamp. This well-loved and super light headlamp is a solid option for those sick of bulky headbands and heavy lights. At 1.2 ounces, the TechGuide Bindi, $44, is crazy minimal, and it still boasts fair runtime and decent lumens in comparison to everything else on this list. The adjustable drawstring band is minimalistic, and it can easily go over your head, hat, or hood. It boasts a 4.7-star rating on Amazon and a fast adjustment is a huge bonus. Folks love this for search and rescue, running, camping, and anything where a minimal approach is needed. The tilt is highly adjustable, and the cord itself is reflective for safety. Really, this is a well-loved headlamp at a decent price with a use case scenario that covers most outdoors people. The proximity mode was just bright enough to use while reading at night. Other than that, it was straining to the eyes. The movement mode was bright enough to move about outdoors at casual speeds, cook at night, and perform other non-athletic activities in non-technical environments. Meanwhile, the distance mode provided enough lumens to confidently move across flat-grounded speed, like urban or front-country trails. The Benny Beam's float pattern made practical use of the light's brightness with a spread that wasn't too center-oriented. For its tester, however, moving confidently in any tricky terrain demands more power than the Bendy offered. Headlamps like Petzl's Reactic Plus, which claims 300 lumens at maximum output, and Black Diamond Storm, with 350 claimed lumens at full power, are better choices when the path becomes more rugged. These, of course, are more substantial units. Activities involving the use of this equipment are inherently dangerous. You're responsible for your actions, decisions, and safety. You're responsible for using this product as intended. Before using this equipment, you must read and understand all instructions for use, IFU, located with the product and on www.So.com. Get specific training in its proper use, become acquainted with its capabilities and limitations, and understand and accept the risks involved. Failure to follow any of these where NGS may result in severe injury or death. Number 4. BioLite 330 Headlamp. This is a hotly contested choice, as each member of the Gear crew has their personal favorite headlamp. But some of us have put the BioLite 330 to the test for years now, and it's as great of a headlamp today as it was when we first got it. The kicker for us with the BioLite 330, $60, is you don't wear the battery pack on the front of your head. Instead, the light is built into the headband of the lamp, and it connects to the battery pack that now sits behind your head. As hunters, we're often doing weird stuff in the dark, like breaking down an animal, trekking back to the rig, or trying to get to an early morning hunting spot. This is simply the most comfortable and effective headlamp we've worn. The lack of weight on the forehead keeps the headlamp and light from bouncing or getting off kilter. The sweat-wicking material is awesome, and you can easily tilt the light down for hiking or running. Many of our testers don't find any big cons with this lamp, but a couple of Gear junkies have weighed in that they have trouble with the small buttons and adjusting the headband due to the cord in the back. But when you don't share headlamps or use a helmet off and on, that's not much of an issue. Well, note it's a tad more expensive than your average headlamp, but trust us, it's worth it if you're bumbling around in the woods like we are. Number 3. Coast FL85R. If one of our editors had their pick for the best headlamp, it would be the Coast FL85R, $63. What do they love about this big burly beast of a lamp? First, it's got giant buttons for bigger hands that have trouble with smaller buttons, and this makes it much easier to operate while wearing gloves. You can use these to easily flip from white to red light, as well as change the power of your light. Second, you can either use the rechargeable battery pack or switch batteries out for alkaline. This is a nice feature, especially if you forget to recharge things on the regular. It's also easy to move from floodlight to spotlight with a simple turn of the dial on the lamp. But what really blew us away in testing is the long throw of this somewhat modest headlamp. Thanks to the zooming lens of the spotlight, it easily outshined all the headlamps in our test, especially at long distances. Sure, the light quality was not as nice as the Phoenix, more on this later, but to clearly see fairway objects, the Coast was a winner. There are several cons to this headlamp. First, the runtime, even on the low light setting, is extremely short at under 9 hours, so you'll probably want to pack those extra alkaline batteries. Second, it's a bit bulkier than some of the lights on this list. Some users noted it bounces a little and can drag down on your forehead. But as far as simple, robust, and bright go, the Coast FL85R is a winner. The FL85R headlamp is our most potent rechargeable front-loaded LED headlamp. The light features our Flex Charge dual power system. The Flex Charge feature allows for the rechargeable battery pack to be recharged inside or outside of the headlamp using a micro USB. The dual power enables it to run on our custom rechargeable battery pack or standard alkaline batteries. Number 2. Petzl Tikina. The Petzl Tikina headlamp, $25, is just that, a headlamp. It's not intensely bright, nor does it have a red light. But for $25, you get a decent headlamp that runs on batteries. You can also purchase 1,250 mAh rechargeable batteries for this lamp if you're looking to be more eco-conscious. The TechGuide is fairly lightweight, and it has a high runtime in low light mode. It offers a low, medium, and bright type of light that easily adjusts via one button. This headlamp easily fits into our highest model of efficiency, while managing to be at or under $20. The only downside is it doesn't come with a rechargeable battery. As with most budget lights, you'll wind up spending more money over time as you buy more and more batteries. But for those looking to avoid a big hit to the wallet, it'll get the job done on a $20 bill. Number 1. Black Diamond Spot 400R. The Spot 400R, $65, has been around for years and has gone through good and bad iterations. But with the most recent refresh, Black Diamond gave us a small, powerful, and effective headlamp that makes it the best all-around headlamp. At 400 lumens max output, the spotlight clearly lights objects out to 100 meters. While there are much more powerful headlamps on the market, and a few listed here, this is plenty of power for the vast majority of uses, and for most users, the medium and low settings, which provide phenomenal run times of up to 225 hours on low, 4 hours on high. Give plenty of light for hiking or doing camp chores. The user interface of this light is wonderfully simple and intuitive. It has 2 buttons. One turns it on and off. The other scrolls through settings of spot, proximity, red, and strobe. Hold the button to dim or brighten. It's a simple, easy-to-learn method that works even with thin gloves. The light is wonderfully small, weighing just 2.6 ounces. This makes it a great choice if you stow it in a backpack. Finally, it recharges through a common micro USB charging port. So there's no need to pack a special cord to recharge this lamp in the field or in your vehicle. While all these specs are great, real-world testing proved the Spot 400R is up to a lot of jobs. I used it on a Nebraska turkey hunt, during which I camped for a week. And the light shined bright for the entire time. And it was the best performing small headlamp of more than 20 tested in our longevity test. Initially turned on high, it ran for more than 24 hours before going into a dim but usable limp mode. In doing so, it competed with much larger, more expensive headlamps and left its weight class competitors in the dust.